because your hand was shaking. That's making it tougher. I don't know. Normally it's because you're so happy that you have it.
Makes the call!
A nod of surprise.
Your eyes blink, sir. You got a set, don't you?
What?
Wow. That was impressive.
That was a soul read.
A limp with queen deuce. 9-6 in the big for Neen.
Neen, clearly an individual of great resilience, is going to fight through this, but starting with a 2.2x with the 9-6 off, I think he's showing his inexperience a little bit in this heads-up format, and he has underestimated his opponent. Shunned him at the first deal discussion, and is now really seeing what he's made of. And correctly calling with queen deuce. You know, if Neen is the charismatic, trash-talking character, Tepe is the composed, underestimated, and might be surprise winner.
4.7 million. The bet with 9 high. Queen high still ahead.
Just doesn't buy it. And it's remarkable too, because the sizing pre-flop, it doesn't feel particularly weak, right? If you're going to raise a weak hand, you want to make it something like 3.5, maybe even over 4x. But he still doesn't buy what Neen is selling.
Okay, he's going to take a stab at it. And I'll tell you what, Griffin, I will be very impressed if we see a queen high hero call.
Well, I will also say there is a version of this story where Tepe just shoves as well. It has backdoored in spades. He has the queen of spades blocker. Sure, his opponent might just snap him off with a king and it'll be over, but might be able to get him to fold a hand that happens to be better.
Makes the call! Heroes with queen high, and he is right! Porila.
That's who you're dealing with. A nod of surprise, and I think a little bit of respect, maybe realizing that he underestimated the gentleman sitting across from him, because that was some high-level poker.
So Jeffrey Hakim is going to open with a raise from the cutoff to 65,000 with queen jack suited. Wolianowski's got aces again?
760.
Well, he's on the button.
Call.
No one believes button 3 bets, but he's going to slow play and just call.
And Drulis has mucked the small blind. Ace-9 suited for Joep van der Bijgaard in the big blind. Any chance he squeezes?
With the suited ace and the odds he's getting in the pot, he's probably going to call, but it wouldn't be a bad spot with Ben just calling on the button.
How much is this? 65. I call.
Maybe he just wants to see a flop.
And what a flop. Ace-9 deuce with 2 clubs. Top set for Wolianowski. Top 2 pair for van den Bijgaard. And the flush draw for Jeffrey Hakim. He had the pre-flop betting lead. It's been checked to him.
Disastrous flop for everybody but Wolianowski. A Hollywood poker writer couldn't have scripted this cooler any better.
93,000. Is there any reason for Wolianowski to do anything but just flat here?
1, 2, 3.
93.
193.
He is going to raise. He sticks 100,000 on top. So what does Joep do with top 2?
Pristine opportunity to re-raise. He is out of position. He can't just flat call. He has to raise the price of admission. Show's about to get expensive.
So he 3-bets to 530,000. He's stuck in about a third of his stack.
No, Hakim can't call it all off with the flush draw.
How much do you have behind?
When Wolianowski gets a count, he may well think that Joep van den Bijgaard has committed himself to this pot.
And for that reason, he may stick him all in to risk no clubs.
He has shoved on van den Bijgaard.
He looks disgusted. I'd be happy.
Wow. Wow.
Having committed a third of his chips, he's not meant to pass a hand this strong.
Such a big hand, but I can't beat anything.
How do you put Wilanovsky on a set here?
Youp is clearly thinking Ben does not have a bluff in his range.
Can't have those. The first time ever that I don't really know what to do and I don't have a good plan. I do that to people. I guess. You would show if I fold? Talking all the time, and now you're saying, don't say anything.
Interesting read.
Oh. I'm just not going to answer that question. No, I know.
You has picked up on the fact that Ben has gone quiet. He's the chattiest man in poker, and suddenly he's gone as still as a statue. He's laid it down! I'm tempted to call that an amazing fold, or am I just being results-oriented?
Vanden Bygart should feel extremely proud. That is a spot where the majority of poker players would have gone broke.
Big slick for the loose cannon. Raised to 1,200. Viffer's in. Barry's out. Pair of ladies for Isaac Haxton.
Mike's thinking about a re-raise.
On the button.
Don't do it. You're too new to the game. Settle in first.
He's not heeding Rick's warning.
Careful.
Re-raised to 4,800.
I so want to call you with these cards.
But Rick wisely folds.
Ace King for Troy. This may be the hand for him.
He calls, and Viffer folds. 2 to the flop.
Carefully studying Isaac Haxton.
Jack Queen 4 Haxton is flop top set.
This is not the hand for Troy to start playing aggressively.
He checks.
Ike is new to the table. He's got the nuts, trying to figure out the best way to get money out of Troy.
Bet 6,800.
Ike's hoping Troy's hand is big enough that he can call.
Why you look so nervous?
Not the greatest of reads. If Ike's nervous, he's nervous you're going to fold. Troy said he was going to stop these guys from running him over. He's running low on hand, so he's taking a little extra time with this one. If Troy's reading nerves and decides now it's time to take a stand, this could get pretty ugly for him.
Your eyes blink, sir. You got a set, don't you?
What?
Wow. That was impressive.
That was a soul read.
My eyes blinked? It's pretty good.
Troy's going to get to write his own chapter in the next version of Caro's Book of Tells.
He's first to speak here with ace-4 of diamonds. He raises to 200k. Ace-jack for Boyka.
Domination Nation, and we should be seeing a 3-bet.
He re-raises to 625k. The flop is Queen 8 deuce. Ace-jack high, still the best hand. And no c-bet from Boyka.
Again, I think he's trying to induce bluffs from Carlson.
Well, Carlson is going to bet.
550.
Is it a value bet or a bluff?
Yes.
Boyka, an 80% favorite, calls. The turn card is a king, so Boyka picks up a gut shot and is still a commanding favorite.
Carlson's got barely a pot-sized bet left behind.
He checks behind. The river is a 7, so both players left with ace high. Boyka has the better ace and therefore has a lock on this hand. And he's checked for a third time.
Mats, don't do anything crazy. Actually, something crazy might work.
I'm all in.
Carlson shoves the river.
It's quite the maneuver, but is it a convincing line?
2.56 million into 2.37 million. It's polarizing for sure.
It's not the kind of bet you'd expect from a guy as a bluff at this stage, but what can he have?
If Boyka decides that ace-jack high could be the best hand and calls, he's won the tournament. How much does Mats Carlsen want to fold here?
He can see it. He can see the trophy lift. How is Carlsen sitting there so comfortably? I would be freaking out.
Boyka putting the pieces of the puzzle together.
Well, Boyka's the one who's stressed out.
Boyka calls!
Nice call, they win.
It's over.
What do you have? Ace jack?
We have a winner!
Oh, wow.
What a call!
Nou, misplayed the heads up, but wow. All right, good call.
With that amazing call, Alexei Boyka wins EPT Malta. Igor Kurganov, king jack off.
Suspect he's going to open.
He does, with a raise to 4,000. Ola Shemian, queen 7 off on the button, and that is a re-raise, a 3-bet to 9,100.
Re-raising an early raise against a really good player with junk.
Kurganov calls.
There is some history between these two. Igor knocked Shemian out of the 25K in Australia, then went on to win.
Ace jack 6 on the flop. Kurganov checks. Shemian, with absolutely no hand whatsoever, continues for 8,600.
And this is almost certainly getting called.
Kurganov with second pair.
Only a third of the size of the pot, which is fine in a 3-bet pot.
He calls. A 7 on the turn. Shemian now has third pair.
A lot of folks are going to slow down now, but no, not Shemian. He's just going to continue bloating this pot like the gluttony scene in 7.
He bets 16,100. And once again, Kurganov calls.
If Kurganov were ahead on the flop, he'd very likely still be ahead now.
9 of hearts on the river, and Kurganov checks a third time.
This is a super wet river card. Is Shemian going to get weird here?
All in.
He shoves. He overbets the pot.
Straights came in, obviously the flush. This is a sick bluff, and it's his best shot at getting Kurganov to fold exactly the hand he's got, sometimes even better. Right now, it's Kurganov's tournament life over second pair.
Your all-in did a different sound than it did before.
Uh-oh.
Plus your hand was shaking. That's making it tougher. I don't know. Normally it's because you're so happy that you have it. It was a friendly smile to me. Ole, ole, ole. I call.
Great call.
Sick.
Both hands have to be shown, guys. You gotta show both hands.
It's an all-in situation. Both hands have to be tabled.
Einmal so nicht klarkommen wie ich.
Live reads are not a myth. I've seen it. That call was sicker than Denzel Washington's son and John Q.
Thanks for watching this video. Make sure to subscribe for more awesome poker content. And check out this video. The YouTube algorithm seems confident you'll like it.